Across Europe, the sound of protest echoed through the streets. From the heart of Istanbul to the squares of Amsterdam, hundreds of thousands of people marched in solidarity with Palestinians, marking 2 years since the Gaza war began. In Istanbul, one of the largest gatherings took place as crowds poured out from the historic Hagia Sophia, now a mosque once again, and marched toward the Golden Horn. Dozens of boats lined the waters, draped in Turkish and Palestinian flags, as chants for unity and justice filled the air. The demonstration, one of many held across Turkey, called for Muslim solidarity and an end to what protesters described as an ongoing genocide in Gaza. In Ankara, protesters raised flags and placards accusing Israel of crimes against humanity and condemning what they called decades of oppression. Speakers urged the international community to take real action, not just issue statements. For many Turks, the cause of Palestine is deeply emotional, intertwined with religion, politics, and a shared sense of injustice. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has long been one of Israel's fiercest critics, and his rhetoric often mirrors the anger seen on the streets. But this movement isn't limited to Turkey. In the Netherlands, around 250,000 people flooded the streets of Amsterdam, most wearing red as a symbol of solidarity and urgency. The crowd filled Museum Square before marching through the city centre, waving Palestinian flags and holding signs that read things like, "Ashamed of the government." The demonstrations came just weeks before national elections, giving the protests a sharp political edge. Many Dutch citizens are pushing their leaders to take a harder stance against Israel, especially after the country's foreign minister signalled he might block the export of fighter jet parts bound for Israel. Across Europe, the mood is shifting. Once staunch allies of Israel are facing growing pressure from their citizens, as images of destruction in Gaza dominate global headlines. According to the Gaza Health Ministry, more than 67,000 Palestinians have been killed since the start of the war, a figure that has fueled outrage and sorrow around the world. For protesters, the message is clear. Enough is enough. In cities from Paris to Berlin, from Rome to London, similar scenes are unfolding. Chants for freedom, signs demanding an end to the blockade, and calls for accountability are becoming increasingly common.